these are some of the licks that I grew up with when I worked at Strings and Things. One guy was really dear, Don Mock. I learned this lick. I think it was off of his. I don't. They had these REH tapes, but this was a great lick. Sears tell me that lick would never fly. I was like, what the hell, man? I mean, what are you thinking? He was one of my. He's still one of my best friends. He gave me a place to live when I was going to school. But now this one is pretty heavy because this is one of the licks that Shawn Lane showed me. It was dictated to me. Right to me, so he was showing me this in real time, and I had to remember it. It was based on like a Charlie Parker lick. That aspect of it. One of his licks that was I can't play it really anywhere near how he could, but it had a very and the interesting thing is when you played it. The rotation of it would shift its starting time. It is kind of a stretch. I think I'm decided to not do weightlifting right now. But anyway. Then there's like Randy Rhoads just had this tremendous like Shawn Lane. Their families covet them so much they don't want to give them away, so you get kind of a tension where you don't see a lot of them on YouTube, and I kind of understand the situation. Shawn really needs his own channel. What else? Frank Gambale. I remember when Shawn was showing me Frank Gambale. Like we were listening to it for the first time, and it's weird being around a virtuoso listening to a virtuoso. You just kind of just say, well, it's better than not playing at all. But there was a kind of a pain to it. But that was like this really nice Dorian lick. I remembered about Lane was he had a lot of gravity to him, and you would sometimes he would provoke you by mocking you, and it was an odd way of provoking you to be better. Like he would provoke my Led Zeppelin singing, he would laugh at it, and rightly so, in the beginning, but it was odd. He would mock you. Push you in ways that you did not really want to go, and it was odd because he was very friendly, but he was very dynamic, and he had a mean side to him. But you know, I mean, I don't know, man. That's how it was. All right, what else? Django Reinhardt had I think just that one phrase right there, man. You know. What can you say? There's just so much about him. Eric Johnson was a huge influence on Shawn Lane, and I remember the one lick that I started trying to do was. I saw Eric at the Antenna in I guess the 90s. He had a dark side to him, which is really odd. You know, I guess you know, I don't feel. Maybe I'm not that bad, you know, because these guys have, you know, serious weight. One of the funnier things was when I was sitting around with David Flexer and Billy Little, the tremendous bass player, guitarist for Thrust, and Shawn drove over there. We had never seen Shawn drive before because he didn't have a license. But he drove over. The oddest thing, and one of Alan Holdsworth's albums had come out. I think it was a Tevacron, and Shawn had a very insidious laugh. Like when he started laughing, it was contagious. And if he didn't like a player, he would mock him so badly that you would actually begin to hate the player yourself until Shawn went away, and then you would come back and go, I don't know if I really hate him that much, but isn't that odd, you know? Shawn was profoundly affected by players. At Jeff Beck, he swore he would never play fast again, and he really meant it. You know, it was very extreme, but it was cool. He really liked this lick that I'm just kind of maybe trying to play it, but it's the one of the, I don't know if those licks. Hang on, let me see. Velocity, and Holdsworth was, I think, better, you know, educated when it came to changes. But sometimes, just when you thought Lane was out of gas or something like that, something else would come out, and you go, what was I thinking? That's the same way it was with like Eric Gales. I mean, Eric Gales, completely incalculable man. Like Andy Summers, you just can't calculate these people. you just can't calculate it, man. And Rick Beato's the same way. He entertains and honors people so much that you really have no idea what you're looking at any given time. I've seen him play Pat Metheny stuff, and just like, wow, like I do think that that he does need to focus a little bit on his own weather report, just his own thing, because I don't know, as much as he teaches, there seems to be kind of an elusive backdrop that you just don't, you know it's there, but you don't know what it is. And it's kind of like, it's not completely fair to just kind of hide in the glory of everybody else when you're this is just being honest, man. When you have things that shine in ways that people haven't seen. Jeff Watson, I don't even want to get into that tapping thing, but when I heard it, that's what set everything off in me after Van Halen, is because when he rolled those arpeggios out, it was like a circus or something. It was the oddest thing. The guy really had this weird phenomenon of playing in major keys and making it sound kind of polarizing or something, and you normally get that in like darker keys, but Watson was like the only guy who would do that, kind of like a Steve Morris was happy all the time or something. It's just an odd thing. But I was with Watson at the Guitar Player 25th anniversary, and Shawn was playing upstairs and on the stage with everybody else, so Watson saw him for the first time, and we both just kind of like, what was that? You're always asking yourself that question sometimes when Shawn goes into overdrive. There's a local guy here named J.R. Ewing that played with the Allman Brothers, and he used to own Sunset Guitars in LA, and he has this very odd, unpredictable blues side to him, where he plays where it's not quite in the time, but it's like a Jimmy Page's kind of thing, but it's kind of maybe I don't know, in a different in a different way that just when you listen to it, kind of like sometimes when you listen to Eric Johnson at Staggered, it never really gets old, and that was pretty wild. He's one of the only guitarists where, like, when he would play at the store, Eagle Guitar in Eagle Meridian or whatever, where I used to teach, his tone and his what he would play would stay in my head for like an hour after I left. And he's developed some amps that have a different. I think the reverb is before the overdrive. I'm not sure, but it's. It reminds me of Strings and Things because it's very, very precious, and JR is like a precious guy, man, and he played with Allman for a long time. And Allman was the one playing on stage with Shawn Lane, and so it was all very, very concentrated, and I'm very, very grateful. But yeah, that's kind of like some of the backdrop on a lot of the things that I've learned. It was very sad to hear about Mock, John Mock. Great teacher. Very. Mock was fast, man. You know, sometimes he would play incredibly much faster than you would imagine. You know, he was very kind to show things to novices and things where you would get the building blocks, but when he would take off. I don't know why it never really got viewed much, but that's kind of the thing, you know. I guess what I'm hoping for in the future is more thematic players like Randy Rhoads, where there's themes to guitar solos again, versus just running amok like me, right? Amok. Yeah, I guess that's the theme of this video. But anyway. All right. Well, hope you guys are doing okay, and thank you for listening. My channel's not big, but it would be great if y'all supported it and subscribed. Well, anyway, all right. Thank you. Night. Thank you.